Pen, I appreciate the love. Much, much appreciated. Yeah, so like, yeah, I really, really appreciate the love. Let me also say this, all right? And this will help everybody, all right? Hugely important. This will help everybody. There's a difference between healing and treatment, all right? There's a difference between healing and treatment, all right? Let me give you a basic understanding of what the difference is. When you go into your doctor, okay? When you go into your doctor, when you go into the hospital and you get a prescription, you're getting treatment, okay? That's not just what I call it. That's what they call it. It's treatment. All right? Treating something isn't healing something. Treating, when it comes to using pharmaceuticals, is manipulating your biochemistry. Okay? So if you got high blood pressure, all right? If you got high blood pressure, the thing is that your high blood pressure isn't due to the fact that you didn't have your prescription. Your high blood pressure is due to the fact that you probably had a deficiency. You probably had toxicity in the blood. You probably had stress in your life. It's due to a real cause. And that's what treatment doesn't attack. It doesn't attack what the actual cause is. It only attacks the symptoms. So if you settle for treatment, you end up on the medication for the rest of your life. All right? If you say, no, I'm going to raise my standard and I need healing, then you got to do the work. It's a lot of work when it comes to healing. It's not easy because we live in a society that wants us to be sick. And because we live in a society that not only wants us to be sick and that has surrounded us with things that are making us sick, you got to be making real life decisions every time you make a decision. Okay, so it's just really important to understand that you have to change your mindset around healing, because when I tell you that even healthcare professionals don't get taught most of the stuff that you learn here on my channel. Okay, so it's just important to know they're just as sick as you are. Your doctor, your nurse, they're just as sick as you are. And if they came into an issue with their health, they would only be able to do what they did to you. They would take the same prescriptions. And that's where my journey started. Was, no, that's not good enough. Like, in my mind, there was no way I was going to ever take a high blood pressure prescription, like, for me, because that's how I grew up. And so, with that being said, I knew I had to do something different. And that's what you got to understand. You can't, if you got high blood pressure, you can't just say, I'm not taking the prescription. You got to actually do something. All right. Do do you mentor? Would love to study under you. I saw you at Peace Pads event, but I was nervous to say anything. Oh,